auf der 10. European N Scale Convention begrüßen. Und wir sind ganz arg stolz, dass wir diese Schülergruppe aus Japan hier haben. Die Mädels haben uns die letzten 2 Tage schon sehr viel Freude bereitet. Die sind mit Leib und Seele dabei, hier auf einer Eisenbahnveranstaltung ihr Modul zu präsentieren, wobei sie selbst relativ wenig mit Eisenbahn zu tun haben. Ich habe mitbekommen, wie sie sich vorbereitet haben auf diese Präsentation, wie sie versucht haben, Deutsch zu lernen. Sie sprechen Englisch, Deutsch. Das ist also eine ganz herzliche Angelegenheit und ich freue mich ganz besonders, Sie, Frau Moll, hier begrüßen zu dürfen und Herr Meier zu begrüßen. Beide Vertreter aus dem Land Baden-Württemberg. Ich habe die genauen Bezeichnungen vergessen, sorry. Und Kultusministerium, genau. Und ich freue mich ganz besonders, dass Sie heute da sind. Und die jungen Damen sind jetzt schon richtig nervös, Ihnen zeigen zu können, warum und wie Sie dieses Modul gemacht haben. Also viel Spaß wünsche ich bei der Präsentation. Danke.
Guten Tag. We are from Kyoritsu High School in Tokyo, Japan. We belong to the Geographical and Historical Studies Club. Now, would you please have a look at this photo? You may have a city-like image of Japan, but about 70% of the whole country is covered with woods and forests. This figure is surprising even for us Japanese. Now look at this photo. It's a photo of our school. Our school is in the center of Tokyo. This is also a landscape in Tokyo. There seems to be little nature, for in the center of Tokyo, there are not many trees. But if you take a train for 2 hours, you'll be able to see a lot of trees and mountains. Let me tell you about natural environment in Japan, which our module is based on. This is a mountain in Japan, as you can see in this photo. Sorry. Japanese mountains are similar to the European Alps in that they are high and steep. However, from the vegetation point of view, Japan and European countries, especially Germany, are quite different. In Germany, vegetation is very simple because of the warm glacier and current, resulting in little temperature difference between summer and winter. On the other hand, vegetation in Japan is quite diverse because of the winter peculiar to each season, resulting in a big temperature difference between summer and winter. You can observe a variety of trees when you see Japanese mountains like the one in this photo.
Ich habe gerade gesehen, es gibt ein paar Fragen auf Deutsch. Die Schule ist in Tokio, in der Stadtmitte drin. Die Mädchen haben versucht, alle Dinge, die von der Geografie her wichtig sind, hier einzufangen. Die Landschaft ist gestaltet wie unsere Alpen, das heißt, das sind Monolithgesteine. Sie haben versucht, die Landschaften einzufangen, wie man sie jetzt auf dem Bild sieht. Die Schule ist zwar mitten in Tokio, wenn man aber 2 Stunden rausfährt aus Tokio, ist man in dem Waldgebiet rings um Tokio rum. 70% von Japan ist mit Wald bedeckt und das genau haben sie auch versucht darzustellen auf den Modulen.
As I said, 70% of the land is mountains in Japan. And in our history, we have used the broad leaf trees for making firewood, and the coniferous trees for building houses. This way, we have lived in harmony with nature for more than 1,000 years.
And this has been the common and traditional Japanese landscape of Japan. You see, people made patio fields by getting water from the river. We have had rich nature in our living. For a long time, Japanese people have lived in a mountainside like this. But to our disappointment, for these 50 years or so, this traditional country landscape is being replaced by the one filled with modern houses and factories. Our diorama showed that this Japanese traditional country landscape, where we wanted to involve nostalgic yearning for the old time and compassion in those who see it.
Next, we'd like to explain the details of our design. We thought of various ideas to make the small and limited space of the module look wide and spacious. Finally, we adopted the same method as ukiyo-e. Ukiyo-e is a wood block print, which was very popular about 350 years ago in the Edo period. It was introduced into Europe through the Netherlands as a work of fine art. Even Vincent van Gogh was so fascinated with its beauty that he used the method in his works. There are three important points to give the module visual depth. The first one is the view extending from the shopping street to the railroad inside. The mountain seen from here plays a role of a blind horde, and you feel the depth. The second point is that there is a fishing pond in the front, and you can see a carved banner over the archway in the back. The banner is called Koi Nobori, and it is hung in May with a wish for a boy's sound growth. Now you see some people in the front fishing in the pond, and Koi Nobori waving in the wind over the archway. As a result, you can feel the depth of the landscape. And the last factor is the view you have through the trees. The gray structure in the inner part is a Shinto shrine. This original structure is unique to Japan. However, if you change the viewpoint, you can't this structure. Due to this, you can also feel the depth of the diorama. This way, we arranged all the subjects so that not all of them can be seen from one point, but that each object can be seen from its own limited viewpoint. This idea is on the thinking of Zen, which is a kind of Japanese spiritual religion. The teaching of Zen is for people to open their mind's eyes, because human beings cannot see everything at the same time. Actually, in Kyoto, there is a temple where all the stones are beautifully arranged in its garden. What is surprising is that you cannot see all the stones at the same time from any point of view. We borrow that idea. This module consists of mainly 20 kinds of trees. The trunks were made with tied wires. We made more than 20 different kinds of trees, and then we put leaf materials on them. The leaves are in the tradition from spring to summer. We use two different kinds of material to show young trees in our module. We use net or turf to show its thick leaves. Next, let me talk about this valley. This rock is metamorphosed rocks that were made in deep underground. You can also find these kinds of rock in the Alps and Rocky Mountains. In order to express its unique layers, we used garden supplies and painted them with an airbrush to make them look like real rocks.
Now, please pay attention to the rails and things around them. Today, in most cases, concrete railroad ties are used, but there are still some cases where wooden railroad ties are used. We tried very hard to imitate them. We used the flexible rails made by Pico. We removed every slipper very carefully with our own hands and then replaced alternately with concrete sleepers and wooden sleepers. By doing so, we represented the appearance mixed both of the present time and the olden times. Do you like it? There are more good points and ideas in this module. Please come closer and have a careful look. Please feel free to ask us any questions. Lastly, let me introduce our school, Kyoritsu. We go to this school in the center of Tokyo. Most of the high school students in Japan wear a uniform like ours and go to school Monday to Saturday. We usually spend our daily school lives in this uniform. There are many kinds of club activity in Japanese high schools. We can choose any activity according to our own likings. Some choose sports clubs such as tennis or basketball. Some choose performing activities such as dancing and cheerleading. We enjoy doing the activities after school. We belong to the Geographical and Historical Club activity. On Sundays and holidays, we often go to a famous historical place or place of geographical interest. There, we observe the landform and vegetation. At school, we exchange opinions in club activities and then work on the certain kind of diorama like this. During the summer vacation, we came to school and worked on this diorama. We would be very happy if you like our work.
Also wir haben das Modul unten integriert in die Hauptanlage. Ich muss gestehen, ich habe noch nie gesehen, dass ein Modul so perfekt vorbereitet wurde. Wirklich klasse Arbeit. Mit der Sichtweise vom Scherenschnitt angefangen bis hin zum Zen-Blick, dass man mit einem als ein einzelner Mensch eben nicht alle Dinge gleichzeitig sehen kann. Genauso sollte man das Modul anschauen, das heißt von bestimmten Blickwinkeln reinschauen, so ist es designt, durchgestaltet, bis hin zu 20 verschiedenen Bäumen, Felsen und genau dem Effekt, den die Mädchen erzeugen wollten. Also Vorschlag, wir gehen runter zum Modul, folgen dem Peter Chawaida, der findet den Weg und schauen uns das an. Wir gehen alle mit, jawohl.